Hello, everyone. Hi, it is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. Hi, how you doing? Okay, we're in. Maybe we'll see. How is it going, everyone? What's new? What's exciting? I have intro. It's me, Trooper SJP. Right? We are playing Disco Elysium today, which we are doing, and we're gonna play lots and lots of it. Because Simon has played it and I think has finished it, and he's like, oh, there's these amazing things that you're gonna sort of deal with. Wait, what day are you on? And I was like, day 2, and he's like, day 2. I see. So I feel like we probably should, you know, move forward. But we've got other things also going on. I just wait, Bronx Smash. You shouldn't get a commercial because there's no. I put on the. I did the thing where you do like an ad and it will disable pre-rolls for like 63 minutes. So there should no longer be pre-rolls when you show up. That shouldn't happen. Also, I do not have ads turned on for my channel. So yeah, I have not turned on ads for my channel because I don't feel like you all should see ads every hour or every whatever it is. I just am not into it. It doesn't make me excited in any way. And which means that when you show up, if you're not subbed, I think you do get that little 30-second starting ad. But I did do the ad to turn that off, so I hope that doesn't happen. I need to stop letting people convince me Larian Studios is good. Oh, Krellin has got some thoughts about Baldur's Gate 3 that I have not heard that I do want to hear. Working on some stuff for Carousel Court before maybe doing some BG3. I got 5. It's okay. I think we need a Discord channel for bets on the date Trooper will finish each video game. Amazon got their bread. Yeah. Look, I will definitely finish these games this decade. Absolutely. Oh, hey, I wanted to show you something. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I wanted to talk merch. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to show you something that has been annoying me that I wanted to share with you because I feel like you will, because it's related to merch, and so I'm going to tell you stuff. Okay, so wait, where's my chat? I need to pop out chat because I like to have you right where I can see you. That sounds very ominous, and that is not what I meant. I did not mean it in an ominous way. I just meant it in a, I like to have chat and two different locations so that I can always see you. Again, that sounds very stalkery. Again, it just, I'm sorry about that. Sounds bad. Uh, so, let's see. Are we betting by month, year, by decade, or century? Century we can do. If you don't finish this decade, I imagine the games you want to play won't work anymore. Maybe. Finish them in your own time. My dude, don't keep to peer pressure. It's fair. The people here, they like to josh me. So, my thoughts on Larian can be summed up simply. They absolutely suck at autosaves. Oh, interesting. Say more. What does say more about what that means for them to suck at autosaves? And I ask because I mostly have not. I think I don't think about autosaves that much because I obsessively save. Um, Also, there was a thing about that. Hey, stop me, it's okay. I can use the company. Yes. Love it. So, there's that. Speaking of Baldur's Gate 3, right? There was that whole wait. This is a conversation I can do while we're playing the game. So I'm going to tell you something else first. So I have been. Oh, I was going to start with gratitude. I have been unbelievably busy the last few weeks in ways that are shocking and scandalous to me, and I will probably be unbelievably busy for the next two or three more weeks because it is the 17th and school starts in 2 weeks. School starts in 2 weeks, and I am not ready for school to start. I still have all sorts of, I have to do all of my class prep still, but also I don't think that the person who's in charge of, I don't think, you know how, okay, remember how I used to be the director of graduate studies? I did that for 3 years and then I rotated off. The person who's currently the director of graduate studies, uh, I do not think they've told us who our TAs are for this coming semester, which means I cannot contact them to get things. That should have been done in the last spring, but I don't think they ever told us who the TAs were. So at the moment, I have no idea who my TAs are, and I need to contact them anyway. So I've got a lot to do. Some of it is not on me, but some of it is what it is. That is troopers. I'm in denial. It's almost September. Look, yeah. But personally, I need a channel for merch ideas. I need a Trooper SCP RPG discussion symposium shirt. Yes. It means they don't have any kind of good policy on autosaving. There's no reliable way to know when an autosave will happen, and they definitely do not happen often enough. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Okay. So, do not look. Remind me that I want to talk about that article about scum saving, save scumming. Remind me that I want to talk about that, but once we start the game. So, oh, yeah, unbelievably busy. It's really insane. I was supposed to go bike packing next week, but I'm clearly not going to do that because I've got too much to do. And what I wanted to say was about me being unbelievably busy in ways that are insane and wild and unbelievable and a little outrageous, to be honest, is I want to thank you all for being my community because when I get very, very busy, what happens is I don't do the things for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't like I'm canceling this bike packing trip. I was gonna go uh from Monday, leave Monday, come back Thursday, have like a nice 3 day, 3 night backpacking trip, tent, hang out. But I'm not gonna do it because I'm just too busy now. I've got too much stuff to do. And when things get really busy and I need to do things for all the people, I do all the things for all the people. I don't do things for myself. And the thing is that this community is actually one of the things I do for myself. Um, Playing video games, which I did not get to do last week because it was insane. It was wild. But playing video games is one of the things I do for myself, but I really like to do it with you all. So I just want to say thank you for being here and thank you for hanging out with me, playing video games and like having some time where you just get to sort of chill. It's an oasis of peace, calm, and excitement amidst madness. So thank you. Bronx Smash says, "Oh, oh, let me turn down volume." Done. Speaking of which, though, I need to rename that channel. I will do that. I'm gonna forget. Rissa, will you remind me in chat, in the bunker, that I need to rename Motu Loop in the basic slim OBS scene to Motu 56. If you could do that, that would be very good, because I will do that once the stream ends. Let's see. I always save and save often, hold over for my graphic design classes. Nothing like having computer crash after 3 hours of editing. Yes. So this is the thing. I was going to show you this first, and then I'm going to start the game, and then I'm going to tell you about saving. So, one, I wanted to say I appreciate you very much. We're going to do a giveaway at some point in time. I don't know what for. I'll have to look it up. Also, we've got the channel point options where you can spend some channel points to give me a one-word prompt. And when we do our giveaway, I will do the song free association game. You give me a word, and I have to come up with a song that has that word in it, and then I sing that part of the song. But also, we're giving ourselves, I think, 30 seconds maybe for the song association. All right. So the one thing I wanted to tell you was about merch. I have maybe one or two really big things to do, and then I can start really thinking about merch again. Maybe I can start thinking about merch tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. Because I'm also teaching the marginalized high school students in Toronto tomorrow. That's like our final thing. I've been doing a lot. Anyhow, so merch. I want to put up before we finish Crash Jones, I want to put up a new slate of merch, some Crash Jones merch, because I commissioned all that great art from Josh, and Josh is an amazing artist, and he gave me a good deal on the art where he would charge me less than he normally charges because he's very, very good. But in exchange, half of all the profits from the merch that comes from that art will go to him for 1 year. So I want to start our merch before we finish Crash Jones. Like maybe, I mean, it would be great if I could, well, actually, no, because I want to get sample copies before I put them online. So what I'd like to do is maybe get them designed. I mean, it would be really great if I could get them designed tomorrow, and then order the samples, and then see if they're good. If they're good, maybe I can put them up next Friday. But here's the thing. I knew what I wanted to do, generally speaking. I had some ideas. MO2, it's Motu 56. That's what it is. So there is something that I have to do for me, which might be great for you, but I have to do it for me merch-wise because I cannot stand it. So I'm probably going to do two shirts. I'm going to do 2 shirts. One is going to be a Crash Jones shirt, which will be cool. I'd like to get it in black. But the other one, hey, Werewolf, how are you? The other one is this one here. So this here is my Tuskegee shirt, my Spitfire, it's my Tuskegee Airman shirt that Crash Jones wears, right? And I need to make this shirt because this shirt really bugs me every single time I wear it. It really bothers me a whole lot. And I'm going to tell you why right now. So this shirt, my wonderful gambler shirt, which is great, which I love. It's so lovely. Before I got the shirt made, I did all this research on t-shirt printing and the different options that they have for making t-shirts. And there are 2 main printing options. Hey, Anarctivy, how are you? Like low-hanging fruit in a summer breeze. I love it. How's it hanging? I love it. Also, Werewolf, hi. I've been giving a gratitude for everybody right now. Well, so we should talk once I start the game, so we can talk. So there are 2 different modes of printing t-shirts. The older way, the more normal way, is one where you take the image and you kind of put it on a decal, and then you heat fuse it into the shirt itself. And that particular kind of method, which I can't remember what it's called, I forget, but it gives you really crisp lines and really crisp colors, right? It's like very good for colors, very good for lines and all of that. And the other way is like print in fabric, I think it is called, where they actually sort of like they don't take a decal they fuse on top. They actually just print the ink into the fabric itself, which is how this shirt is done. And they say that with this sort of print in fabric method, fine details are not as great. The color itself is not going to be as bright. Like the color's a bit muted, they say. But here's the thing that I need to tell you. Look, very, very crisp, very bright. You can see it. Look at all that. Here it is. It's so great. Here's the thing. When you do it this method, two things. The first one is, if you've ever seen those t-shirts where the stuff starts cracking, the image you've got on it starts cracking, that does happen with this method. Of course, if you turn the shirt inside out, then it's actually, they've got the instructions. How to wash it. Turn it inside out. Wash it in cold water. Do not bleach. Use the gentle cycle. Air dry or low heating setting on dry. So there's a lot you have to do to sort of keep this safe. But here's the thing. Besides it being, it can crack if you don't take care of it. It does not breathe, right? The minute you put this decal on the shirt, it does not breathe at all. It just doesn't breathe. And the thing about this shirt is that this regimental crest is huge, right? So when I'm wearing it, it sits over my entire chest. And so my entire chest does not breathe in the midst of my lights and all of that, right? So it is not, and then it's also like hard. It's just not comfortable to wear. I mean, it looks good, right? But it's not comfortable. Yeah, the decal gets super sweaty, right? It gets sweaty. And so here's what I'm gonna do. And am I doing it for you? I'm really doing it for me. This regimental crest is in the public domain because it's from the military. So I am going to make my own t-shirt with this crest on it. So I'm going to make my own gray t-shirt with this crest on it, but I'm going to have it be print in fabric rather than the decal on. Also, we're not going to have this Air Force symbol on the sleeve because it wasn't the Air Force at that time. It was the Army Air Corps. So that makes no sense. So anyway, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be putting up there a new sort of Spitfire shirt because I want to wear a better shirt when I'm streaming. And I just wanted you to know that it's going to happen because I just cannot have this sweaty decal on my chest all the time. It's driving me mad. Mad, I say. Yes. I had to admire your commitment to the hoodie cultist robe for Montreal, but it's hot. That's a very good hood. The cloak is very the cloak is a good cloak. It is warm. It's warm. Mm-hmm. That's not just all. Getting the name Crash Jones on the chest. Vulpas, I will not have the name Crash Jones on the chest, but I'm going to have a second t-shirt that is going to have the Crash Jones logo with the big sun symbol. So I'm going to have it's probably going to say Crash Jones sun symbol Space Adventurer, and I want it in black. So I'm going to have a good Crash Jones shirt, which I'm really excited about. And I've got to decide. We're going to have the poster because we have this beautiful poster that Josh made. And I got the poster, and I've not, the reason why I have not put the poster up on the merch store because I wanted to wait until we started Crash Jones to put them all out there, but we're going to have a Crash Jones poster. By the way, I'm so excited. This means I get to go and put up posters in my house, like one for the Gamblers season one for Crash Jones and the Pirates of Drynax. We're going to have the Pirates of Drynax poster. I also want I love this notebook so much. I love it. So I want a Pirates of Drynax Crash Jones, the Drynax Barbarians, pardon me. I want a notebook for that one too. I want a Starbeam chocolate milk mug. I want the 2 t-shirts. I've got to see if there's anything else in there, but also we're gonna have new stickers, which I'm very excited about. Uh, yes. I'm good. I got two supplements for Witcher RPG, Tome of Chaos, and Book of Tales. Nice. Tome of Chaos is very good. Book of Tales is an adventure book with some new stuff like rules for ice skating. Nice. Tome of Chaos is a magic book all about magic and Witcher. It has stuff like life paths specifically for mages. Yep. And I made with it. I made a mage with it and got a mage who was cursed to look like a bear, not a lycanthrope. Just looks like a bear, more like a beast than a werewolf, and was mutated to have gangly proportions, became lords with their mentor. Nice. I use the Book of Chaos for my druid. It's a good book. You know, Simon Wander DM worked on that. It's good stuff. Hey, Schmelzer, wie geht's? Time to make friends with a professional picture framer. I still say we need a Starbeam chocolate logo mug. Oh, there's gonna be a Starbeam. There's gonna be a Starbeam mug, absolutely, because I love it. I love that idea. Mm. So there was something else I wanted to say. We're gonna start the game. That was merch, life path. Oh, hey, guess what? I got some stuff that I wanted to show you. Where did I have to show you things? I kickstarted some stuff. Things came in, and I want to show you. Hold on. Also, I'm wearing wild pants. Okay, I'm here, and I wanted to show you what came in because, you know, you're like my battle buddies. So I've got wild and fantastic pants on. So Kickstarters have come in. One, I finally got Dragonbane, which is it's Earth, Wind, and Fire pants. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So as you know, one of my things that I am into is playing RPGs from different eras and different countries. And we're still currently in the 70s right now. It's fine. Most of the stuff I'm doing is somehow 70s related, but Sweden, Sweden is such a powerhouse for RPGs, y'all. But they had their big three games from way back in the day was Mutant Year Zero, Cult, which I have, and the new edition of, and Drachen och Demoner, or Dragonbane. And Free League now has basically gotten a hold of all of them, and they've put out an English language version, like a new edition of Dragon och Demoner. And if you notice in the back, there is a duck person assassin. And this is one of their big classic RPGs. And so I got it. I'm very excited. Volp is like, I haven't thought about Cult in years, right? And the reviews for the new edition are very, very good. I'm playing a Dragonbane game right now. Well, not right this second, but Monday. Oh, are you? How do you like the system? You should say something about it. Then I got in. I kickstarted. Steve Jackson Games has created like 5 of these solo game books, sort of like it's sort of like a choose your own adventure sort of a thing. And there are 5 of these Call of Cthulhu game books called Choose Cthulhu, and they came in. They're not particularly thick, but they are some good solo game books. Let's say this is the Call of Cthulhu. Oh, actually, it's sort of a they kind of do the original short stories, but as a game book. So it says, this is the Call of Cthulhu. Your sanity is at stake. A mysterious cult has murdered your great uncle, Professor Gamel. Following the clues he left, you uncover a trail of death and chaos that leads around the world. A door to a secret world, hiding in plain sight, opens before your eyes. It is a world of truths too fearful to be believed by any sane mind. What secrets lie behind Professor Gamel's research? Will your courage suffice to face what the cult of Cthulhu is concealing? Will you survive the curse that strikes all who learn of these beings from the depths of time and space? Choose Cthulhu is a series of game books based on the works of Howard Philip Lovecraft. Take the role of the main character in the original stories by Providence's master and face the cosmic horror of the Cthulhu mythos. So it is very much, right, a choose your own adventure, but I thought that was pretty cool. Neat, right? Also, um, yes, right? So they don't have any rules for reselling things I've made. For reselling things, and I've made my group rather wealthy already because I broke the loot system by being the one character that does, a merchant with a cart. So you can bring back all the random weapons armor from defeated enemies and resell them for full value, plus 20% if I make my very high barter check. Oh, nice. Nice. Brock says, I'm learning how to read Lone Wolf books. Oh, yeah. Lone Wolf RPG? Yes, I would. I need to, yes, I want those. You'll like the system. There's no levels, just skills, and use level skills by using them. Love that. I love that. Learning how to read. Antarctica says, I would like to look into Finnish RPG scene. I know 2 Finnish RPGs. Hold on. Give me one moment, because Antarctica is saying things that I'm going to need to write down in notes. If you'll excuse me, let me see. I cannot finish your comment, Antarctica, because I need to pull up a note, because whatever it is, I'm going to have to write it down. Let's see. RPGs. Here we go. Things to... Okay, I'm going to say Finnish RPGs. Okay. There is Nurskin Sankarit, in English, Heroes of the Storm, but the English is called something different, I think. And there is Stalker, based on the book, not the video game, that is its own thing. A book's about alien visitation, not nuclear meltdown. Okay, let's see. Stalker. And this is Myrskin Sankarit, also known as Heroes of Storm. I'm going to have to find them, because that seems like a thing that I would need to have, obviously. Come on. That seems like a thing I need to have. Absolutely. Let's see. Krone says, it's got that classic COC thing where when you roll a crit, hit, or fail, you get to check a skill, and then at the end of the session, you roll over that skill, except this time you're trying to roll over the skill, not under it. If you roll over, you level your skill up, so it's harder to level up high skills. Oh, that is how it works in Call of Cthulhu. That to actually do the level up, you have to roll over the skill. Here's the thing I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. I think that Call of Cthulhu RuneQuest, the Chaosium BRP system, influenced far, far more RPGs than we actually talk about. That's what I want to say. Because a lot of these, especially overseas, especially outside of the US, a lot of these non-US games seem to have been influenced by Call of Cthulhu, and that game is still really popular overseas. So I think that's very interesting. Well, the Stalker video games are more closely to the movies, which is based from the books. Oh, interesting. It's not at all. Stalker has very little to the movie, not the same setting. Interesting. Okay, did I say everything? Oh, no, I didn't. So I was in a guest. I was a guest on an RPG that you have not seen, because it's on YouTube and it hasn't come out yet. And the GM, what would happen is there's a long story here. It's not that long, actually, but there's a game, The Lawful Geek, who I was in Brinkwood with, who's really great, and The Lawful Geek had me be a guest on his RPG, Kernels of Mystery, which uses kids on brooms, and I was a guest. There are 3 regular core players, and I came in as a guest. I played a person who was definitely not French. Definitely not French. Definitely not French. And what he would do is he has these things, and I wanted to tell you about them. Oh, I have to tell you about one more thing. Oh, there are these things I have to tell you. So exciting. There are these things called the deck of stories. And they're these different sort of, they're like these story prompts, right? It says, write a legendary adventure in 15 minutes. So you sort of pick these cards, and from the card, you sort of make your adventure. And part of the thing for this thing is that every time, every session, he'll pull these cards, make a new one shot. And I thought they were kind of neat. So when I got them, I thought that was fun. And then I actually got two new RPGs, which I wanted to tell you about. Also, a couple of sessions ago, our elf wizard was absent, and our dwarf sailor got turned into a wolf. So since the other two characters are already wolfkin, I became the only non-wolf. So I made a joke about us being a band, Jenna and the Wolves. Okay, that would be a great band. I'm just saying, Jenna and the Wolves, great band. So I got two games that I would like to run at some point. This one, when I explain what it is, you're going to know why I have it and why I got it. It's a little thin one. This one's called Blackout. That's what it's called. And it's a one-shot RPG. So I should you know what? I should be able to run that sometime sooner rather than later. Yeah, so it's a one-shot RPG. That's what it says. Blackout is a one-shot RPG where for one night you take the role.
We're in the money.
Well, I can't tell you now. I was going to tell you, but no, I'm not going to. And I think you know why. Hey, Be Right. How are you? Let me try a joke I use on another stream. If you're playing D&D and talking with a feline class NPC, is this an example of communicating with Cat 5e? Don't get your coat. Come and sit down. We enjoy the puns here. I love a good pun. But I also want to thank you for those bits. When we get bits, I like to sing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers from the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I'm going to sing it in Pig Latin. By the way, we're going to start the game before 7 o'clock, because that's the rule. And so I'm going to sing it in Pig Latin. Airway and hey, the anime. Airway and hey, the anime. Ivayat gileat we wakes to utet gileang weo. Airway and hey, the anime. The ice skates are on say. Old man did yes and pray, we are a thray, you stay on my young rayo. Even it redly ansley, of way at Briansley, ute day. And when we see the only order look left the eye got in the eye, we're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thank you so much for those bits, Be Right. Thank you so much. And Be Right, you should hear this, because it's relevant to you. This new RPG that I got. I got it because you all know why I got it. You don't know yet, but you will. You'll know. So, it's a one-shot, which means I should actually put together a group. What I should do is I should prepare an overlay, etc., so that if I have to, don't worry, I got it. Anyhow, I'm going to read it for you. Are you ready? Back. It's actually relevant. My megaphone is relevant. Britain shall not burn. It's 1940. The continent has fallen. Hitler's army seems unstoppable. And London has fallen into the crosshairs of the evil Luftwaffe. Their bombers come in the night and leave our great city blasted and burning in their wake. But it'll take more than that. While the boys are fighting them on the beaches, us girls have a job to do. Air wardens, fire guards, rescue workers. If fair Britannia's going to make it through this, we'll all need to do our part. Blackout is a one-shot RPG where for one night you take the role of heroic women who volunteered for the Civil Defense Services and stood with Britain in her darkest hour. Huh? How cool is that? Right? It's an RPG about wartime UK, and you play civil defense workers. And I feel like that is a game that clearly I need to have. Your courage, your cheerfulness, your resolution will bring us victory. Obviously, because as I've learned, also, keep calm and carry on. So apparently the thing is, if it's a World War II RPG, I'm going to have to get it. So that's apparently a thing. And but obviously, I had to get it. obviously had to get it. I love how Trooper can tell us stuff, but we won't know it until it's read for us to know, and why it was, I think, in Core Avatar. So, okay, so this is the other one that I got, and I've been recommended this, and this is like I think this will be really interesting, and I want to put it through its paces. So, you know how there are all these trends in RPGs. You know what? Here. Stalker RPG is a very different system. It doesn't have any dice or cards like usual resolution system. And oh, interesting. In it, you need to tell your referee your idea. The referee rates that idea depending on the situation, goal, and intent of the idea, The scores between 1 and 5, and then you role play that idea, and the referee rates the role play 1 through 5, and then you gain +1 for both scores. If you have any skills that relate to that challenge, you then multiply those two scores together, and if you meet the challenge rating, you succeed. Oh, that's interesting. Is that going to be like percentile, like percentile, like out of 100? It sounds cool and recognizes a critically important group, which I think most commentary undervalues. Yes, see, be right. This is what I'm saying. I love recognizing undervalued historical moments. So I think that's really, really neat. And I think, wait a minute. I have an idea, everybody. I've got to see if I can get it going. But maybe, I did not do a Streamiversary stream last year for 2022. But I did do one for 2021, I think. Or something like that. I should do a Streamiversary. Because in my last Streamiversary, I did an RPG in German, and then I did Fiasco, which was fun. So maybe for my Streamiversary, I can do Blackout and something else. Because that could be fun. I could do another Streamiversary stream. That would be nice. Well, yes. Okay, so this game here, yeah, I'm not going to put the game on stream yet because I have to tell you about this. So, you know how there are these various trends in RPGs, right? Oh, Bronx, you're going? Will you wait, Bronx, before you go, will you do me a favor? Will you please tell Rocket hello from me? And also, if Rocket is still streaming when I'm done, then we'll raid her. That's what we'll do. Please give her all of my love because she's the best. That's why. So, trends, RPGs, Powered by the Apocalypse is very popular. Oh, she's on Sirenscapes. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure I have them followed, but just in case, let me see. Twitch TV. Let me just check because Sirenscape. Oh, I think I spelled it wrong. Yep, great. So I'm gonna just follow right there. So when we get time, I can see. Okay, good. So PBTA, Powered by the Apocalypse, is one of these big trends as part of kind of like the indie scene, which you can actually tie its roots back to the Forge. Anyhow, one of the things about Powered by the Apocalypse is that people have made like 1,000 different versions, like reskins of it, right? People love to make things out of it, and I actually think many of them are not very good. Why do I think that? I think that because Powered by the Apocalypse world had a very specific vibe, and it created mechanics to enhance that vibe. And that vibe is kind of dark and rough, right? It's a bit rough, that dark, which is good, right? But I think a lot of people are like, oh, this is easy. I'm going to make my fluffy bunny game, and I'll make it Powered by the Apocalypse. But they don't necessarily mitigate the probabilities that are inherent in that particular system, which sometimes leads to mismatch between what the game says it's doing and what the mechanics do. Also, the game is also meant for a lot of Apocalypse World. People die because it's a zombie apocalypse, you know what I mean? And so there's some kind of issues with longevity of characters that sometimes are not dealt with. Anyhow, there's a lot of there are a lot of things. There are a lot of sloppy Powered by the Apocalypses, is what I would say. You also need to come up with a subcareer thing for when I hit 2K followers. Wait, I have less than 40 to go? Is that true? I thought I had more than that. Oh my gosh. I have to think about it. I'm going to think about that when I go to sleep. When I on my bike maybe. All right. So one of the things about Powered by the Apocalypse is that they're often very rules light, sometimes in ways that I'm not really excited about. Now, my favorite Powered by the Apocalypse game is Night Witches, which I think is brilliant. It's also World War II, obviously, but it has some really good, satisfying crunch. It really understands the deadliness of the mechanics and really uses them to great effect. It's such a good game. But I know that there are people who want things that are more crunchy, and I love a good crunchy game. Not a bad crunchy game, but I love a good crunchy game. And so I've been told more than once that I need to check out this RPG, which I just got, which is Flying Circus, the High Flying Adventure game. Pretty good. So this is, I'll read you the back. Danger lurks in the skies of Himmelgard. In the aftermath of the Great War, civilization is a fragile thing. The only, well, this is set back when, so, sorry, megaphone, clearly. Danger lurks in the skies of Himmelgard. In the aftermath of the Great War, civilization is a fragile thing. The only line of defense are the pilots of the flying circuses, mercenary companies named for the bright and unique liveries of their salvaged aircraft. No mission is too dangerous, no beast too terrible, no foe too treacherous, if you can afford it. Flying Circus casts its players as bold pilots of rickety aircraft in a fantasy world, featuring in-depth air combat and cyclical gameplay alternating between daring missions and character drama, with 10 playbooks and 50 pilotable aircraft. So, it's PBTA in a fantasy world post-World War I era with a bunch of World War I type airplanes. And the reason why people told me that I really need to get this book is because apparently they do a really, really good crunchy airplane combat, which, you know, not a lot of game, you know, if one thing is sort of often just tacked on and not really taken especially seriously or thought through very well, it's often vehicle combat is not particularly done in any great depth in RPGs. I mean, RPGs try some, but there are a lot of RPGs which I think they're like, okay, here's our system, and they're like, oh wait, people might get into a fight on carts. If you're in a fight on cart, do this, and they don't really, you know, they don't really take some time to make a combat system that is specifically thought through for that. Now, some systems don't need it, some do, right? And anyhow, my understanding is that this has got some really cool tactical aircraft fighting in some kind of a way. And I thought, and I have been recommended this game multiple times, and so now I have it. So now we can do kind of like a quasi World War I aircraft excitement, if, you know, you are so inclined. That is all the stuff that involves show and tell. So now we actually can play the game. And by the play the game, I mean talk more, because I have something I wanted to tell you that I thought you might find interesting. Yes. You also, you need some sort of tongue-in-cheek post-apocalyptic Y2 game. Vulpes. 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 I know we were going to start, but Vulpes just said something in chat. Hold on. Wait. Vulpes. Let me get it. Hold on. Do I have it? Wait. Vulpes. Vulpes. I feel like I might have it. Where would I put it? Let's see. It wouldn't be under, maybe after the end, maybe? No. Let's see. Would it be historical? No. Do I have it in here? Let me see. I have a lot of. I know I have it in hard copy, right? I have it in hard copy, but the question is, do I have it on PDF at the moment? It looks like I might not, but I know I can get it. Hold on, hold on. This is all
Name game.
Vulpes's fault, and also, uh, I am going to sing the name game, but yes, I'm going to show you something. Let me save this image and let me save it to the desktop. And then let me just drag it onto this thing because I have to show you something. And Vulpes, it's all your own fault. It is your fault. You just have to know it. Don't be sad. Oh, hold on. Let me get the image. Where did it go? I'm going to sing the name game, by the way. But first, I have to show you something. And this is Vulpes's fault. Did you know that there was a GURP supplement called Y2K? Did you know that? Did you know it? I don't know if you knew it, but if you don't know it, now you know. There is indeed a GURPS Y2K supplement. That is the cover for it. And I know that I have the book in hard copy, but I should probably just get the PDF from them, which I can do. And hey, Anageek, I'm gonna sing you right now. I'm gonna sing you this moment. But I just thought, since Vulpes mentioned some sort of tongue-in-cheek Y2K situation, just noting that that is right there. It's right there. That said, the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. More and will appear. And then I say, bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme. And a geek, bo, geek, banana, fanner, for fun, geek, fee, fi, mo, money, geek. And a geek, the name game. Thank you for that resub. It is much appreciated. It does all the goodness. Thank you so much. It's been a while. Thanks. 20 months. Thank you. So let's see. As an aside, I thought it has not aged well in many respects, but I do like the Flying Circus led by Monty Python. Ah, yes. Well, I think my tongue is permanently lodged in the cheek now. It's just going to be in there, right? Just in the cheek. Volpa says, all I can think of is a friend who has since passed, who was super sure things were going to go down. Called us at about 12:30 that night and was sheepish and asked if he could come over and hang with us. Aww. Look, I feel like there could just be like I'm just saying, why, I need to, That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y2K. I'm going to just keep that tab up so I will not forget about it. And because I have the game on hard copy, but I'll need a non-hard copy. You know what I think? Do I need good. Okay, we're good. We're in it to win it. So, now that we're here together, all of us, and we're playing the game, now we can chat. Now, first off, what am I doing? I'm trying to question truck drivers to see if I can find drug smugglers. Where are we? Uh, a helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Okay, we're by a drawbridge. Interesting. I let the goods do the talking. What if it's you? We have to find a drug smuggler. That's what we're doing, by the way. Um, you missed my deeper explanation of the system. No, wait. Wait. Hold on. So I read the one out loud about the idea score, right? The idea reference rate, the 1 through 5, 1 through 5. Then you get both of them, and then you get plus for your skills, and you multiply it. You multiply those two scores together to meet the challenge rating. I read that, and I wanted to know if it was is the challenge rating based off of a percentage? That was my question. No, I didn't even miss it. I was right there. So we are somewhere right now, and I have no idea where we are. I think we're to the south, right? This is what I think. Yo, how do we even get here? Where are we? I need to orient myself. I need to walk up. Okay. Now I know where we are. Okay, I had to just find out where we were, or else I was going to be distracted. But I know where we are now. So I know what we have and haven't looted. This is really what's important for me, to get all of the looting. What is that? I don't know what it is, but we'll take it. Oh, a healing item. Oh, that's good. That's good. Now you just need to meet challenge rating. That's it. It's static. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. No, we are not by the body.
Somebody's watching me.
I always feel that somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Ba-da-ba-bow. Thank you so much for the follow. Servus, wie geht's? Was machst du denn da? Wie geht's? Grüezi miteinander. Was gibt's? Was ist los? There was a song in the 90s. Don't forget techno. There's a song in the 90s. It was by Modo. Ja, was ist los? Was ist das? Ja, was ist los? Was ist das? I'm pretty sure it was by Modo. I mean, it has been like 30 years. Modo, right? Hey, Valtiel. 38 followers. Yeah, we're gonna do something maybe Y2K related. Hey, Valtiel. Modo, anybody who's from Europe who might remember, I'm correct. Yes, I did not forget that. Yes, Modo. Come on, somebody knows besides myself. I assume. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but Roy's Pawn Shop, fast cash for faster times. Hey, do you think maybe I pawned my gun and badge? Oh. Hey, we just walked in the pawn shop, everybody. Gameplay. There we go. Oh, and there's a person there, all hiding. Let's look. And I want to talk about techno for a moment, for reasons. Gameplay, what a concept. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register? Okay. So, welcome to the pawn shop. I'm happy to be here. Maybe. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Interesting. Oh, we were going to talk about save scumming, by the way. I did not forget. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Oh, that's cool. I have great feelings about this pawn shop, but maybe also bad feelings. Also, save scumming and techno. Look at all those toy soldiers. Um, do you all remember? You all are my age, not all of you, but you all remember. Do you remember uh, old school hobby shops where you'd walk in and they would have all of those like little army men, but like the nice ones. They'd have all the Jane's books of tanks and uniforms of Napoleonic soldiers or whatever, and they'd have all those little old school military war game uh, figurines. Lead, right? That was a thing. Oh, win her back. Vulpes says, yes, it's where you had to go to get the imported model kits, right? And they always had ships and bottles and lots of terrain, lots and lots of terrain, and like lots of paints. They always had lots and lots of paints. And also model kits, but kits for like model airplanes. They also had the radio controlled cars. Um, Although you can get the radio controlled cars from Radio Shack, but they always have like, and they always had, and this is what I would always, we had a couple of them. We had one in my, not too far from my house when I was growing up as a kid that was clearly like a fire hazard because it was just overstuffed with all that. It was one of those like really cramped little places overstuffed with stuff. And one of the things that you didn't have to go very far into the shop. Up front near the cash register, they had that stand of all the balsa wood airplanes, and I remember, and they were always really really cheap. And I remember going in there when I had a little bit of extra money and like getting one of those balsa wood airplanes and like putting them together, throwing them. But they were the ones that were like really really cheap. And I remember there was one that was like more expensive because it was like $1, and it had the propeller on it, like little plastic, the little propeller that with the rubber band that you could wind up and then throw. But I actually don't think, in my experience, those ones didn't actually fly as well as the plane ones without, because the propeller piece was heavy and it kind of made the plane like front heavy. And I found that it didn't actually help make the plane fly better. But I remember getting those balsa wood planes, and you'd have to they'd come in uh like the like bits of wood with like that were like perforated, and you'd have to like, push out the pieces and then slot them together. If you remember. Trains. Oh, yes. Yes, Rissa. Trains forever. I have a great one I deal with for my new Gundam kits. Oh, that's cool. I just had this really obvious realization, which I hadn't realized, but this is silly of me. Um, you know how if you look at the numbers for and RPGs don't make huge amounts of money compared to, relatively speaking, towards the hobby industry as a whole. And I think that miniatures still make more money than RPGs do. But what's interesting about that is that miniatures as a hobby predates RPGs, right? Because people were clearly spending huge amounts of money on all of that terrain and miniatures for either trains or dioramas. People would do dioramas or war games. So I think it's interesting that we think of miniatures as a supplement to RPGs, but of course miniatures predate RPGs, and there's clearly like a, a space in the hobby that is basically about that. So I think that's interesting. So let's see. Yes, buy something nice to figurine. Really? Why? Um. Hmm. Hmm. Weird. Okay. By the way, someone's calling my phone, but it's a scam, so I'm not paying attention. And also, my phone is somewhere else. Let's see. Let's inspect the figurines in rags. Hmm. This guy, we can see better now. This guy's behind a glass booth like he's one of the animatronics. Are these even soldiers? Yes. Mm. Mm. Vulpes says, but Warhammer should be treated as a separate category than historical miniatures, really. Yes. I'm thinking, my thought about this is, I think that Warhammer is a very different thing than old historical
Name
wargaming.
game.
Ah, Atomica! The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Atomica, 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 banana, fana, for atomica, fee, fi, mo, atomica. Atomica, the name game. Woo! Atomica, you've been sub for 44 months. That makes you old. I mean that with all the love. Thank you so much. Und willkommen. Willkommen. Bienvenue. Welcome to the Academic Foxhole. Zum Academic Foxhole. You know, the cabaret. Welcome in. So I think that you're right, Vulpes, that they are different. And I think that one of the things that makes them different, right, is that a lot of the traditional wargaming, a lot of traditional war games, you did not necessarily make your own armies in the same way, right? Like you were trying to go and represent the Battle of Gettysburg, and so you would have all of the troops that were at Gettysburg, and you set them all up, and then you'd run through it, right? These were like simulations, right? A lot of those war games were simulations of various battles, and I just feel like Warhammer has a different model to it. It seems, not having played Warhammer, it feels to me like it's very, very different. The way when I hear people talk about it, it feels very different, right? Because when people talk about Warhammer, they say things like, "Oh, I really like the Necrons, and I have some Valkyries or whatever, and so I'm going to put together a Valkyrie army and a Necron army. Those are my two things. I've got so many points I'm allowed to use. I'm going to put them all together. I'm going to go to a tournament, and someone else." It feels more like Magic or competitive card games in that people make their own decks, then you come together and then you fight, which is very different than like trying to reproduce the Battle of El Alamein or something, right? But that said, I think that there is a kind of a person who really enjoys painting miniatures and putting together dioramas. And I feel like that's probably the through line there, is like the interest in painting miniatures. Yeah. You have tickets to Cabaret next month? Oh, do you really? Oh, that's fun. You should tell me how it goes. Atomica says, I'm indeed old, but I have super... Atomica, what is your news? Tell us your news. Historical wargaming, it wasn't concerned about balance, whereas balance is a core mechanic of Warhammer. Yes. Actually, Colonel, that's true. I remember Africa Corps, the war game by Avalon Hill, which is basically you're fighting the North African campaign. When the game starts, the Germans have the Axis, because it's Germans and Italians, have way more troops than the Allies. The Allies have very, very, very few troops on the board when the game starts. But as the war goes on, they get more and more reinforcements, and then the Axis gets fewer and fewer reinforcements. It is very unbalanced in the beginning and also at the end. And so as the Axis, your goal is to try to actually win before the Ally war machine can kick in, and vice versa, right? So yeah, not necessarily about balance at all. Yep. Atomic says, as a professor, you may have heard of a new thing for students over 25. I got accepted. I have not heard of this new thing. I can tell you this, that what I know as a non-traditional age student, because I started college at 25, right? Yes, 25? Yes, 25. Is that if you're 25 years old, you do not, your parents' income does not count for your FAFSA. So you're considered independent of your parents' income. So you can, so basically being 25 meant that I did not have to worry about my parents' income for my FAFSA. So I had better grants. I could get better grants. You don't have to, the ways in which you can be an independent student are being 25, having been married, or having been in the military. Those things will all get you independent from your parents' income. Krellin says, if Napoleon was outnumbered 2-1 at the Battle of Waterloo, he was outnumbered 2-1 in your war game. Yep. Whereas in Warhammer, while troop numerically could differ, the designers try to balance by giving each unit a point cost, and the point cost of armies are balanced. B. Wright says, you promised me entertainment. Why have we stopped at the taxi rank? Welcome to the cabaret, my... B. Wright? That is so good. That's really good. That's really, really good. That's really good. That's a good one. That's really good, and I love it. I love it a lot. I need you to know how good that is. So good. That's so good. Thank you for those bits. I'm going to sing once I recover from how good that pun was. That was so good. That's really good. I also think you could probably make some kind of computer programmer pun out of that one too. Atomica says, there's a new finance program where since I'm over 25 and haven't had a previous degree, my schooling is getting paid completely. What? That's amazing. Also, I feel like, would you do me a favor? If there's like a website that points to it, would you drop it in the Discord somewhere? Because that's a thing I clearly need to know so I can tell people about it. Because I want more people to know about this, for whom I'm sure there are people who would qualify, who might be interested in knowing about it. So I want to be able to shout it out more. If you would, that would be great, because that's wonderful. That is so cool. Krellin says, so if you're doing like Necrons versus Imperial Guard, the Necrons might only field 6 to 10 units against the Imperial Guard's 60 to 100 broken into squads. But they're balanced because the point cost of those pieces add up to the same. Yeah. So it feels like it's a very different thing. But that's really cool. Okay, so be right. You know what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I can do this as like an old style country music song, like country and western song. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to get like an old school country and western song, or like maybe a folk song. Okay, in my mind, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Red River Valley. In this valley, they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say when you go, you are taking, right, the sunshine that will brighten our lives for a while. That one. So I'm thinking about that. So I'm trying to think of like a good old kind of haunting thing and see if I can do We're in the Money that way. Let me see. Earway and hey, the honey may. Wrong vowel there. Earway and hey, the honey may. Eve art gale art way of weird wakes to tit galing way you. Earway and hey, the honey may. The eyes gaze our honey say. Old man, the and pray, ooh, you are a ooh, you are stay on way young ray, ooh. Waving it red lines lay of red bronze lay ute day. And when we see the and the ord will look like the eye gay right in the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thinking a little like Roy Rogers, maybe, you know? Singing Cowboy, something like that. Yeah, Hank Senior style. Thank you, Volpez. Like trying to get that kind of sort of kind of country crooner. I messaged you. I'm not sure if it's specific to BCC or if it's all mass. Oh, okay. Thank you. Because that's really cool. And here's the thing. I know people that I could probably share that with, and I want to be able to, look, I want people to know things, you know? Hank Sr. Oh man. He's had some real lonesome songs. That's good stuff right there, is what I'm trying to say. It's totally effed up my plans in all the best ways. But that's great though, right? So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What are you gonna do? All right, so let's see. It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it. There you go. Okay. Let's inspect the knights on horseback, which are going to be royalists, I assume. Yeah, who are they? Oh. He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. I feel like Kim Kitsuragi is a nerd in the best possible way. Inspect the blue uniforms. Hey, are these royalist soldiers? Yeah. Nice. Okay, I'm going to try to succeed at my interfacing. Oh. Yeah, wait, what is this? Who? Mm-hmm. Yes. He points at the decapitated figurine. That, yep. Oh. 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 So, everybody, I can't afford this figurine, and I think I should buy it. It's probably a bad idea because I probably need the money for other things, but it's a headless found rider with his cap thrown in for free. I'm going to buy it. Wait. Wait, yeah, wait, sorry. I didn't press the right button. I'm going to buy this. Hey, our rider is on a bull, not a horse, it looks like. I'm going to buy this. It's a bad idea, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to read chat first in case you're like, no. Okay. Let's see. Save me right to use on another streamer next week. Thank you. Yeah, so maybe if it's good, we'll just share it. So I was going to do half my degree at UMass Dart so I could dorm up, but now I'm going to just going to take more classes and go to BCC for another year past my original plan. Oh, that's cool, but it'll be free, so that'll be useful. Then once I have my common degree, I'll pursue my English PhD at UMD. Nice. UMass Dartmouth, right? Hey, the UMasses are very good. That is very cool. That's very cool. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm very excited, which with my comm degree, I might be able to work as a tutor or assistant for comm. Yeah, absolutely. I want to know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I want to... Anyway, we're going to buy this. Fawn is Adidas. Oh. Okay. Hey, maybe it's lucky. That would be great, right? If it were. Do you think we should look at our, okay, so maybe, I don't know what all those, oh, something's up with our screen graphics. That's unfortunate. Okay, fixed. Let's see. So we have this figurine, maybe. So we've got the flashlight and all of that. Clothes. So now we have this figurine. Look, here it is. This plastic headless fallen rider sits atop an equally plastic bull. His posture indicating either desperation or pride comes as a set with the infamous fallen cap for which he lost his head. The head is not included. So I don't think we can interact with this, but I have it. I don't know if it helps us in any way at all, but it's just so nerdy. We have to have it. I'm going to interact with this tattoo situation. Yes. I'll put that away. I'll show him the cup. I think I have to show it to him, maybe? Okay, so we looked at that. I probably should not have bought that because I think I'm going to need to get a cassette tape from this guy. But, what's this? Oh. I'm going to let my gaze run over the streetlight. Oh. That's cool. Yeah, but I don't have that. Where did you get this? He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him. Yeah, it's cool. There's nothing else I need to know about the light right now. We're going to talk to... See, up here, I feel like I can get cassette tapes. All right, we're going to talk to him first, just in case he has my gun. Or badge. The man at the counter turns to me slowly. I wonder if this was... Let's see. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. Shake your head. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence in these parts is. No, I'm not going to say that. Now that the R team is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately? I'm going to say sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. So I suppose he doesn't have my badge. Sorry. Ooh, sorry. Phone call. I'm back. Coworker just drunk called me. Okay, that's cool. Huh. This guy looks so sad. You know, I've got to say something about the art for this game. It's so, it just is so familiar, right, in that 1970s way. It's very evocative. It makes me think about, it does really evoke that there's some kind of like weirdly impressionistic art from the 70s that really gets that vibe. Nod, quite the collection indeed. I could say that. Looks around, typical vacuous consumerist objects. Not polite to say. Honestly, I think some of your selections are press your fingers to your lips more tasteful than others. Not going to say that. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize in. No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just say with quite the collection. We're going to just go with that first one. Oh. His attention is drawn once more to the play of lights and shadow on the walls behind you. I am going to do the electrochemistry. I am probably not going to be successful to find out if he's high, but I will try because it's not great. But I succeeded, everybody. Uh, so yeah, needless to say, the program is definitely going to help me out a lot. But now I'm going to go a little harder on the classes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh. Uh, I'll just get straight to the point. So, where does a man get pir pir pyrrolidon these days? He takes a step back, studying me. Continue. Huh. Uh, uh, this is hard. For me, I feel like 1 and 3 are the things that I feel like would be the way to go. Either say what's with the triangles on your vest, or no judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Pyrrolidon before I lost memory. I think I'm going to go with that one because I feel like you got to lead up into the triangles. Oh, I see. I see. Hmm. Speaking of classes and education, when are we getting another music history stream? That's a very good question. I am looking forward to when this moment that we're talking about passes and all these things are done so I can then breathe a little bit and then do something really nice, because now that recordings of music before 1923 are in the public domain, I want to try doing a music history stream that's that early stuff, because uh, I mean, I'll probably still get dinged, but that stuff is in the public domain at this point in time, so I should be able to do it. So I'm looking forward to that. But I am officiating a wedding the second weekend of September. The first weekend of September is when school starts. So I just have to get from here to past like the 11th or 12th of September. And then, which is also when the gamblers will start. The gamblers will start right about then. So then once all that's done, I should, and especially once the gambler starts back up, then I'll have everything settled, at least for planning purposes. And I can do something like that. I'm also just doing a lot of stuff. So we need to throw together a music review channel on YouTube and just throw every kind of music at Trooper to critique. That would have to be some sort of the problem, of course, is DMCA takedowns. It's very frustrating. The People's Pile, what's that? Tell me more about this merchant relief brigade you were part of. Must have been tough for you to have to clean up. How did you end up running a pawn shop? We'll go with the People's Pile. What's that? Oh. Mm. I'm doing a wedding for your birthday, Lopez. That's when you don't monetize, you just Patreon. Yeah, I have. There are a couple of reactors that I follow. The main one I follow nowadays is the Empress, and what she does is she has a Patreon, and if the video will not be delisted, she'll put it on YouTube. But if the video will be delisted from YouTube, she just puts it on Patreon, because people are like, please react to the Beatles, and she's like, the Beatles. Yeah, okay. They'll DMCA that one real fast, right? So, uh, you yes. Oh, don't let me forget. I did want to tell you all something. There's a thing that I want. It's about feelings and PCs. It's about feelings and PCs. Ooh, okay. Tell me more about the emergency relief brigade you were part of. Mm. He points at the white triangle on his orange safety jacket. which means that I think maybe I was also part of this emergency relief brigade, maybe? Yeah. Atomic says, yeah, Volpes says, yeah, pretty much all the reactors I used to watch have quit. It's like the ones I watch are still there, but I know it's tricky for them. Atomica says, a guy I follow seems to get around a lot of that by reviewing live versions. Yeah, you just have to watch out, right? It's just so tricky because the thing is, just all I'm going to say is that if I were doing this with books, there would be no problem whatsoever because there's not some. Hmm. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup. Yeah, this is mm, mm. Makes me think about Fukushima. Whose fault was it that the generator failed? Yeah. Mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah. How did you end up running a pawn shop? What makes this feel so very 70s, the art, is the use of browns and oranges and yellows, and of course, his aviator sunglasses. Hmm, hmm. Yeah. Thank you for telling me. Um, that's what everyone underestimates about the late 70s, early 80s. All the goddamn brown and orange and wood grain. Atomica, you just brought up a thing that I did not say. Wood grain. So much wood grain. So much wood grain. And like that kind of a green, that kind of a there's a green that kind of goes with those oranges and browns and that wood grain. It's not like a deep green. It's kind of like a, you know what green I'm talking about. It's a kind of like a harvest avocado. Thank you, Voltaire. You got it. It's that avocado green, harvest gold and avocado. Yes, so much that, so much that. And what's interesting is that I have the goddamn Atari had wood grain. It did have wood grain because that's classy. It's classy. I got a filter because when I was doing the all the overlay stuff for Motor City Hollow Crown, which we could talk about by the way. Um, I got some photo filters that'll give things a 70s photograph effect, and it did warm things up quite a lot. Wood will never go out of style, right? Um, well, I mean, Valtiel, once you get to the 80s and everybody wants chrome, then it goes a little out of style. Volpez says, well, there's a big problem going on with books right now with a new company offering breakdowns of themes and tropes in books that are being done by AI without the author's permission. Big issues with them uploading all these books. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Vulpus, this reminds me of a thing that I want to share with you. Atomic will also be interested. Maybe you all will be. It has to do with academics and entrapment. But let me see. You might be able to aid out. By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia? I pawned my gun. I pawned my gun. This is good to know. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, okay. So, wait, I sold you my gun? Yeah. Okay. Well, Kim's here and everything. Yeah, where did the money go? So do I okay, so I'm gonna just go for it. I feel like there's something you're not telling me. What was I like? Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. I'm glad we had this conversation. Uh wait. How much did I sell the gun for? Wow. I don't think that 15 reals a lot of money. I do want to know who bought it. Somebody has my gun and I want to know who it is. Um, Valtio says, now I'm wondering if companies like SparkNotes had to pay like licensing or something. I don't think so, no. Because writing a summary is not copyright violation. To the writer's estates when they would make, nope. Uh, the thing is, with books, it's if you actually take actual text, but writing a summary of something is not in violation of copyright. So you don't actually have to pay them. Like you don't have to pay anyone to write a review of something or a summary of something. The only time you might get in trouble is if you're actually citing actual text. But fair use says, which of course is not a law, it's a positive defense, but fair use says that if you're only using a small proportion of it, it's transformative, it's for critique or analysis. There are these four factors, which is the four factors are percentage of use, purpose of use, if it's transformative, and if it will like confuse the market. So you don't, right? Like as an academic, when I write a book about something, I don't have to, as long as I do not take more than like 10% of the thing, I don't have to pay anyone. Um, Talking about a thing is not under copyright. It's like you're allowed to talk about things. So if I wrote a whole book that was actually, right, you know, I wrote an article that was about this song. And when I wrote the article, I did not have the entire set of lyrics in the article. I just had the relevant parts of the lyrics. And with that, I did not need to get permission or licensing. I didn't have to pay anybody for that because I was only using a few bits of the lyrics. And then when I submitted it to the journal's like, we think you should have the entire lyrics. And I was like, dang it. Because once you put the entire lyrics of the song in, then you have to pay licensing fees for it. So I had to figure out who to pay money to. And it was kind of messed up because the song, the original song is when Yuba plays the rumba on the tuba down in Cuba. But the song that I was analyzing was a version of the song by the comedian harmonists, a German version of the song called Onkel Bumba aus Columba tanzt nur Rumba. but the lyrics are not a translation of the English lyrics. They are completely brand new lyrics written by um, this songwriter, lyricist. And when I went to try to go and find out who I was supposed to ask for permission to use the lyrics, and you also have to, and here's the other thing too, it's not just that you have to pay them, you have to get permission. They can say no, right? If you go to a licensor and you're like, I would like to use the lyrics of the song in this article, they could say, no, we don't want you to use the lyrics of the song. I'm going to get back to that in a second. So I wanted to get the permission. I had to go because I had to use the whole lyrics to the journal. And by the way, the journal does not pay, right? The journal says we want you to use all the lyrics. The journal does not pay for the licensing fees. I personally, as the author, have to pay for the licensing fees, and also I don't get paid for the article, right? So that's just all around. So the problem was that there is. And the journal, by the way, is a British journal. So the question was, do you go with the American licensor, the rights holder, the British rights holder, or the German rights holder? GEMA is the German one. And in the end, I ended up having to pay, I think, the British license holder because that's where the journal was being published. But the money that was being paid went to the estate of the English songwriter, which was actually very unfair because I wasn't talking about the English lyrics. I was talking about the German lyrics, which should have gone to that person's estate, but of course that person didn't get rights at all. Anyway, the whole thing was messed up. The whole thing is messed up. I can't even figure out how much it would cost to license a song for something. It depends on what you're licensing it for. It can be a huge amount of money. It depends. It depends. And I think a really great example, a great example of this was the animated film Sita Sings the Blues by this woman who's an animator, and she made this retelling of the story of Sita and Rama, and she used as the music for the film some work by Libby Holman, I think it was. I don't think it was Marion Harris. I think it was Libby Holman. And Libby Holman was a flapper singer from the 1920s, and the music and the person who the big mega corporation that had the rights to that was like, we want like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for you to be able to use this music in your film, this music from like 1925. And she was an independent solo creator who of course could not afford it, so her work never got out. She was given special permission by the rights holders, which, by the way, has nothing to do with Libby Holman or the songwriters. It's one of these big mega corporations, because the big mega corporations have basically bought up all these old rights companies. Anyhow, they gave her permission to screen her film at a film festival, I think once or twice. But basically and that was one of the things that really helped spark some of this conversation about copyright and orphan works. She's like, why do I have to pay $20,000, $30,000 to have music from 1925 in it? Like, these copyright laws are not going to help Libby Holman or the songwriters or their estates. Copyright was supposed to help protect creators, but why are we helping protect creators from 1925? It doesn't make any sense. So there's like a big discussion about that, and I think something happened for her, but like, she herself of course could never afford that kind of money, and so basically effectively that big corporation shut down her film from ever being released, like in the kind of indie space that it would have been released. I think there was something that happened a little bit later, but yeah, so that's like a thing. Every once in a while, says Atomica, I think of running a TTRPG. I think of some indie songs that would be fun to use to open and close, but I couldn't justify spending thousands on it. Yeah. Yeah. So when I ran Something Is Wrong Here, which is not on YouTube, by the way, it's still on, it's on Twitch, but it's not on YouTube. But the Twitch version does not have the music. What I need to do is, when I get extra time to do some creepy composition, so anyway, I ran Something Is Wrong Here, the RPG, which specifies I need to make a note that I need to talk about Something Is Wrong Here in my class on ludomusicology. I need to make a note in the bunker, and something is wrong here for ludomusicology. Okay, there. Sorry, I had to make sure that I had that in there, or else I would have forgotten. So in that RPG, it specifies you have to play specific songs by Nine Inch Nails and also Portishead at specific moments in the game, which if you're playing at home is no big deal. Uh, but if you are streaming it, that could be a problem. So what I did was I streamed it with the music in live, but I excluded the music from the VOD. So the music is not in the VOD. I have a version of it, a recorded version that has the original music on it that's on my hard drive. But what I'm going to do is sort of take a version without the music, and I'm going to newly compose some creepy music that'll fit probably in there, and then I can put it up on YouTube. I just have to do that. I have not had time. That's like lower on my priority list. Um, but yeah, so there are things you can do, but always tricky. But that just encouraged me to go to independent musicians, dropping this song in front of them, saying, "Can you make something close to this?" Yeah, that's the dangling carrot of AI right now. Sadly, write something similar to this music. Yep, yep, yep. There was an AI conversation that we were going to have that I had something to say about that, and it was books, books, entrapment. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to say nothing because I'm going to say nothing. Was the buyer a policeman too? Hmm. Oh, that's weird. I feel like the Kunes is not a woman. The Kunes is a girl. I'm going to say I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia? Uh, yeah, yeah. Any idea where I can find this buyer? Hmm. So you don't know where she came from or where did she go? You don't know where she came from, this Cotton Eye Joe? Hmm. The boat lady? Hmm. Oh, does that mean someone is posing a cop, or are the cops like co-opting the name? See, this is a good question, Valtiel, because it could go either way. She could be a I don't. Yeah, it's a good question. At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else. Um, you might be able to aid in our investigation. Have you had any dealings with Everard Clare? Mm. Mm. That first one feels too confrontational. So, did he discuss union business with you? Did he buy anything? That's the one. Grinny! Grinny. Grinny. Grinny! Grinny, don't you lose my number. I was like, when the way I said it, yeah. The stream has been going on for almost 2 hours. Are we actually playing? We are playing, but then talking about things. Hmm. Entrapment. Don't let me forget. I want to talk about entrapment. Did he discuss union business with you? Oh, I see. Right. It's drugs. It's drugs. Interesting. Interesting. How are things going, Grinny? I'm unbelievably busy, and I pulled an all-nighter the other day, not last night, but the night before, because I was doing a special project, which I can't wait for you to find out about, which you will. Hopefully you'll find out about it next week. Um, Gritter, you might like it. I will not. I cannot say what it is because it's a surprise and it's a bit of a spoiler. But uh, once it is out there, then I can share it with you all, which is very cool. It's very cool. It's very cool. Very cool. It's not done yet. I did a whole lot of work on it the last couple of days, and it's not done yet. But once it's done, the phase two of this thing will be much faster, and so it's very cool, and I cannot wait to share it with you all. Drummer Boy will be also interested in it. Like there's folks will be very interested in this thing. Um, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. That's very cool. But that said, I think I've not been eating enough food or sleeping enough. So today I had some chili and I had pork loin with apples and uh, what do you call it? Mashed potatoes. So I'm feeling really good today. I got extra sleep. I took a nap. So I'm actually feeling, and I'm playing with you all. We're hanging out. So today's been a really good day. Today's been a day where I've eaten some really nice stuff. I'm hanging out playing video games with you all, and it's a good day today. And this special secret thing that I've been working on, it's not done yet. Got a little bit more to go on it, but one, I think you're going to find it all very cool. But more importantly, it represents something really important to me. And it's also something that, even though I'm doing it for reason A, will help out with reason B and C. Like, uh, I can't, I have to be vague. Maybe I can be less vague. Maybe there's a way I can say a thing without saying a thing. Let me see what chat has to say. Pork, Voltiel, pork chops, and applesauce. So I'm going to finish this entrapment. Why do I feel like you don't want to talk about him? Yeah. Yeah. I heard the 4 one before Evart disappeared. Entrapment. I'm having a grand old time looking for horrors in SCP I can tame down a bit for when Triangle Agents releases. Ooh. So, do you know anything about the recent hangings? Yeah, I imagine. Actually, that's all I've got. I don't think I have anything I want to sell. I have other business to take care of now. But I do think there's one. I think we can get autosaves. I wanted to talk about autosaves as well. I think we can get something we need here. Hey, Artie. You know what? Things are. I have to look. I'm just going to tell you something, all of y'all. I said this earlier when the stream started, but it is really nice to play video games with you all. One, because I like playing video games, and I started streaming 7 years ago, ish, 7 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 years ago, time period ago. It will be 8 years this year, I think, is when I started streaming. 7+, yeah. I think we're coming on 8. I think it'll be my 8-year stream anniversary pretty soon. I started streaming for one reason, and that was, well, two reasons. One, I thought it'd be cool, but more importantly, because I realized that I did not do things for myself, right? That I was just working. I just had like, because I had just finished tenure, right? I started streaming right when I had put my tenure file, and I don't know if I'd gotten tenure yet or not, or if I just put my packet in. But like getting ready for tenure, like it's when I started losing my hair. It was like such madness, and I just spent every waking hour just working on trying to get tenure in this super intense way, and it was just so much. And I thought, I don't do fun things for myself, and I love video games, and I just don't get to play them anymore because I'm doing all this stuff. And so I figured, if I stream, then I have to play video games, right? It's like, I made an appointment to do something nice for myself. And in the process of these 8+ years, um, like I've known some of you all for like, 8, 9 years now. And it's been really nice to like play video games, but with other people where we can chat and have like, and so right now, today, when these last week was really, really busy, really rough. To be able to go and just like have this video game night with you all it's really just making me very happy. So I want you to know it. Krellin says, meh, hair's overrated. Tell me about it. Thomas has been here for like 5. Hey, Barontor, I've been thinking about you. My face froze in a really ridiculous face. Love it. Oh, love it. Love it. I feel like I'm back. Bald is beautiful. Yes. A good thing that you rock the bald. I'm going to stand my toes. You've been thinking about me, says Barantor? I was thinking about you the other day, too. There's a reason why I was thinking about you, Barantor, and I'm trying to remember what it was. There was something that I was like, oh, I need to ask Barantor or tell Barantor something. There was something that was relevant to you that I needed to share, and I can't remember what it was now. I should write that down. Rissa says, and this is why even though Trooper is welcome to chat all he likes, I still try to get him to play at least a little during these streams. That is fair. Krell says, I'm speaking from the experience of being voluntarily bald. I'm not balding, I just shave my head. Oh, nice, nice. Okay. Shopkeep, this Stereo 8 approved machine here? I don't have that kind of money. Are you sure this is all in working order? He grimaces. It might have been something OSR. Battletech Gaming. Wait. Wait. It was something, maybe it was not about OSR, but it was tangential to that in some kind of a way. Hold on. No. Wait. It might have been about Warhammer Fantasy, maybe. Was it about Warhammer Fantasy? Was it about Warhammer Fantasy? Barantor. It was something that was very Barantor, and I wanted to chat with you about it. Oh, golly gee whiz. Jag Nabbit? Might have also been about the ham bone. It's probably also about the ham bone. What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work? Sure. I'm going to say this to Kim, even though I think it's ridiculous. Theoretically, could I bring it to a beach party? I know. You're right. Work first, party later. Is it? Well, I can't actually purchase this right now, even though I would like to. So that's all. I'm going to leave. But we're going to come back when we have money. We're going to get that boombox. Oh, we need to. You know what we need to do? We need to talk to that woman to see if we can get into the basement. That is a thing we need to do. I just remembered that that is actually a thing that we have to do. Just oh, I just got some fingerless gloves, everybody. I don't know what they're gonna do, but we should find out. Uh, because I feel like I am not. Oh, I already have gloves. What are they? Entrapment. Oh, I'll see you later, Atomica. Good night. Good night. Uh, go BYB. Warhammer Fantasy. So Volpes says, I keep threatening that if my hairline makes it past my ears, I will shave it all, but I know I can't be bothered with that amount of upkeep. Shaving. Gritty says, that's fair. Oh, Rissa, I had something else to tell you. That's fair. I shaved the underside of my hair, so I get it. I was told I look like a Pebbles today when I had my hair up. Oh, that's cool. Cloak. Anytime I come across anything music related, I think of Trooper. Thank you, Artie. I look, people share a lot of music in the Discord, and I listen to it and I love it. I want to see the movement of the game. Okay, I will. The use of the ham bone in Warhammer Fantasy. Maybe that's. Yes. Anna Geek says, okay, back. Plans got canceled tonight. Watches loading animation above Trooper's head. I wish we could wear the fingerless gloves over the marigold. That would be a look. That would be a look. What else are they going to do? Protect your palms with nothing else? Yes. Have you seen the news about Daggerheart yet? No. I feel like the word Daggerheart tickles in my brain, so it sounds familiar, but I cannot place it, so you should tell me. Cloak. Let's see. First off, what do these gloves do? Let's find out. Because I've got entrapment. So these give me a plus face, +1 in interfacing. And then I would like to. This is the one. Okay. Clothes. These gloves give you gasoline stained fingerless gloves in navy blue. They've been worn threadbare, but being made of wool still provides some warmth and comfort. And they give a +1 to electrochemistry. Well, my electrochemistry is 3, and my interface is 4. Oh, electrochemistry is about being loved and loving and being loved. Cool for high flyers, party enthusiasts, cops who need lightning. No, I don't think so. Daggerheart, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So from the CR folks, thank you. Daggerheart is the other CR RPG coming out. Thank you. I was like, I know the name. Where do I know it from? Yes. The New York system. Yes. There were some media folks that got to play test it at Gen Con, so more info dropped, like it's a 2D12 system. Oh, interesting. What other news has come out about it? No one listened to poor Zathras. You have to remember you have time. You have to change them. Yes, I have to change them. Thank you, Volpez. Water lockout of order. Huh. I do like multi-die systems. Look, if there's going to get me something, anything's going to get me closer to my friend Barry is stuck on the other side. Oh, really? Okay, well, what's going on here? So Cloak. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do it anyway. I will release the lever. Yes, there was. What day is it? Oh, okay. But your friend is stuck there. Right. So I have a thing to say over there. It's evidently very easy to die in Daggerheart, or you can choose how to. Interesting. Also, some of the cards that go on your character sheet for Ancestry and Class. Oh. I watched the new Babylon 5 movie, so it's all the forefront of my mind right now. Oh, when is. I want to see that. Oh, and armor lowers damage. It doesn't affect a hit. I do enjoy armor that lowers damage. I enjoy that very much. Um, so, Rissa marveled at my commitment to wearing the cloak in the heat. I will also note that I was in full makeup every single time in Montreal by Night. For the when you were not seeing my face, I was in full makeup, and I was in full makeup like 4 weeks in a row, three weeks in a row, maybe. So not only was I committed to wearing that cloak, I was also committed to wearing the makeup in case my face got shown. In case my face got shown, then the movie's really good. Oh, good. Then I should see it, because I never knew. Look, and this is going to be like a shout out to Krellin. I never knew if one of my PC's coterie mates friends would call on him. Because if they did, then of course his face would be shown. But they didn't, so it wasn't. Well, I couldn't marvel at what I couldn't see. I also changed how I did the makeup, and the last session, I changed how I did my makeup quite a bit. The technique I changed because I wanted to do a bit more than I had to be like. And unfortunately, I'm stuck. There's option one, which is faster to put on, way longer to take off, more crisp, but doing it that way means I can't do I can only do one detail. I can't do multiple details. Option two, which is what I did the last week, takes a lot more time to put on. I can do way more detail, uh, including gauntness. Way easier to take off, way longer to put on. And when we did break in the last session, when we came back from break, my camera was off, and it's because I realized that I'd sweat through some of the makeup, and so I had to reapply the makeup. So I spent the break reapplying the makeup. I'm just have to powder more heavily next time to sort of bake it in. But I'm really torn between the two different approaches. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, in many respects, armor should make you easier to hit, but harder to damage. You know, Artie, there are systems that do that, right? In the sense that, let's take, for example, you can say it with me, GURPS. Your encumbrance lowers your dodge. So it lowers your, yeah, like there's an encumbrance penalty to your defenses. So if you're wearing light armor, it's probably not good. It's probably going to be fine. Or if you're very, very strong, you can wear heavier armor without it really impacting your defenses. But if you wear really, really heavy armor that you're not strong enough to carry, it's going to reduce your defenses quite a lot. However, if you're going for that type of fighter, you probably don't care. You can be hit because you've got a lot of armor on, and it's probably not going to get through the armor. So, so GURPS does do that, is what I'm going to say. Krellin says depends on how you define hit. That's also true. Volpa's notes depends on the kind of armor. Also true. Krellin says because the purpose of armor is absolutely to keep weapons from harming you. Yeah, and already thinking of heavy armor. Plate, for instance, is designed to deflect blades away. You get hit, but the blade slides off without cutting. Yep. Am I stopping at 9 or 9:30? 9:20. I like to get a good 3 hours in. So like 9:20 probably. Yes. Mm. Entrapment. Also, Baron Tor, what was it? There was something. Oh, I wish I could remember what it was. Anyhow, we've done so much in the video game today. I just want you to know it. Let's see. First things first, what are you doing here, man on the water lock? I see. I see. Hmm. I bet that's his salami. The man on the waterlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. I believe that that salami belongs to his friend, and he's just eating that his friend's salami right in front of his face, mocking him by eating his salami. Was it something about Dragonbane? I mean, my Dragonbane did come in, so I do have it. Which maybe what I feel like I was thinking about you for some reason. That it was. I will get there. I will get there. Do you know what caused this wreckage? Interesting. Yeah. What's with the lever that does nothing? Points the control panel next to him. Wait, why is it disabled? I see. Yeah, do I ever? Sure. Right. Okay, but what day is it? Ah, so today's Tuesday, it looks like. Okay. Uh, do you know what's further down the coast? That sounds like Cthulhu. Should I ask for some of the salami? Have I eaten? Yeah, can I have some of that salami? He cuts off a slice of salami. Yeah, hey. The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Well, all right, bye. Let's see if there's anything we can do that could be helpful. So look, here's the thing I need to tell you, right? I need to tell you about the entrapment. Butter sign down. Can I, maybe I can help. Hmm. I'm going to try to attempt to reconstruct. No, what is summer and butter first? Always the first question. Oh. Did you know that when I lived in the mountains when I was a small child in a cabin with an outhouse and no electricity and no hot water, because we had a little sump, you know. Did you know that when I lived in the mountains, we had goats, and so I drank goat's milk as a small child when I lived up in the mountains. Hey Prax, hey Prax, I was thinking about you too, because you know. I was saying all the things I have to do. One of the things I have to do is get my stuff ready for Carousel Court because Arc 2 starts up again on Sunday. And I have some things that I have ordered that I need to get ready for Sunday. That won't be behind a cloak. That'll be obvious. Yep. And the surprise for Sunday will be ready in time. Ooh, this Sunday. Carousel Court Arc 2, 60s to 80s. Oh. Oh. Well, that's too bad that I cannot reconstruct it. That's a bummer. I would love to know what was happening. 64 to 82, Sunday when nothing. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It looks like we cannot. It looks like we are not going to be able to. Apparently, hey, there's a thing about this game that I didn't know, but Simon told me. Apparently, one of the reasons why I can't do this one thing that I needed to do is because I can't see it, and there is a bonus or a thought that will enable you, that will allow you to see further when we get there. So that's a thing to think about. So entrapment, 65. Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Is that 64 to 65 or 65 to 82? It's 65 to 82. Yeah. So, entrapment. I read Reddit. I don't read. I read various random Reddit things, you know. And one of my colleagues introduced me to Professors, which is a Reddit thread for professors. And so I read it. The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. Well, let me rummage through the box. Oh. 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 I would like to note that this information is coming to me from Drama. Are they? Yeah, I'm going to do some conceptualization to see if I can, probably not, but see if I can find some interesting sunglasses. Probably not. No. No, this week, Prax, every 10 minutes is another year. We'll make RPG really interesting. No, we stay in 1 year. We usually get like 1 day and then we come back like 2 or 3 years later. Um, uh, yeah, absolutely not. No. No, I'm not. I'm going to try on the shades, but I'm not going to buy them. Yeah, that's terrible. It's awful. It's terrible. Yeah. No. Nope. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not going to. I know I'm not going to buy them. He gently removes the glasses from my face. You're right. I'm too sensible for those. Yes. No. Look, that's the amphibian sports visor. And those are the. Oh, wow. It gives me +1 to it. The shades of self destruction. +1 to electrochemistry, -1 to logic. Yeah, we're not going to buy those, obviously. I'm not going to do it. But there are other things here that I feel like I can maybe check into. So, entrapment. By the way, this comment that I'm going to make is inspired by this thing about the AI making summaries of things, but also my experience with students using AI to write papers. So there was it wasn't professors, it was like Ask Professors, I think it was. And Ask Professors is usually people asking professors questions, usually students, and their questions are usually ridiculous. Sometimes they're good questions, but sometimes they're not great questions. And this one question was, hey, my professor is basically turning me in for academic dishonesty, and I think that's really unfair, and is giving me a really bad grade. And I think it's really unfair because I didn't really do anything wrong. And I feel like I shouldn't be getting punished for not doing anything wrong at all. And I'm going to tell you what the story is so you all can confirm my position. And this is what happened. They had an assignment, and the assignment was to write a book review. They had to read this one book and then write a review of it. And this person wrote the review, and they got pinged for plagiarism, academic dishonesty, and they thought that was really unfair because they wrote the entire thing themselves. They did not cheat. I mean, they did not get an AI to write it for them. They wrote it. So what happened? What happened was they didn't read the book. They did not read the book, which was what they were supposed to do. And instead, they went to a website that had a summary of the book. So they went to this website, which had a summary of all the themes, all the characters, all the plot, everything that happened in the book. They read the website, and then they wrote the book review based on the website. And then they got like an F on the book review, and they got turned in for academic dishonesty. Because the website included characters that were not in the book and included plot points that were not. So somebody made a troll website describing this book in ways that are completely inaccurate. And this person wrote their book review based on that. And they said that it wasn't fair for them to get hit for academic dishonesty because they wrote the book review themselves. It's just that the website that they used to learn about the book because they didn't read it was inaccurate. But they were supposed to read the not reading the book was the academic dishonesty part. So, but Wikipedia says, yeah. So that was, I thought, funny. And then I think the other one was this professor found out that people were uploading his exams to Chegg, where people just upload things. And so he found out about it. What he did was he actually uploaded an exam with false answers onto Chegg, but like really obviously bad false answers. And then he told his students, so you all have been using Chegg, don't use it. It's bad. Don't use it. It's academic dishonesty. If you use it, you're not supposed to use it. And so then he did the exam, and there were like 3 or 4 students that used Chegg and put down all these ridiculously wrong answers, and they all got Fs. And they thought that was unfair and entrapment because they thought that was entrapment. Now, Prax is a lawyer, so Prax, is that entrapment? That would be my question for you. My position was meh, but I would like to know, was that entrapment? Prax should know this because I go to Prax for those questions. First off, I think it's also kind of weird because he's not a police officer, so it probably does not apply one way or the other. But you know, welcome to the real world. The real world. So there are clothes. Okay, clothes. I'm gonna browse for the box. Hmm. Okay, well, let me see if I can find something interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money. I just don't. That is not the kind of money that I have. I am poor and no longer drunk. Oh. Oh. Yeah, but I'm kind of excited about the speakers, though. Yeah, I'm going to inspect the speakers, though. Hmm. But what about the speakers, though? I'm going to just say, poor little speakers. Yeah, but what about the poor... Well, but can't I just buy the sad Concord Samarran speakers? Yeah, but that's why I want them. I think I might be a lo-fi socialist junk myself. You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers. I do want them. I feel like these sneakers are gonna be super expensive. All right, let me inspect the sneakers. Hmm. How am I supposed to get 50 real? That is madness. That's madness. I can't, I mean, come on. Uh, +1 reaction speed, +1 hand-eye coordination. I mean, that is so much money. We need a revolution. That's what we need. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Mm. Yeah. Praxis, no, that is not entrapment. You were warned that the action you were about to take was wrong and illegal, that there would be consequences. If you took the action, you took that action your own damn fault. I mean, you're saying, right? And Krun's like, I'm pretty sure it can only be entrapment if law enforcement does it, right? I wonder if it was a professor that made the site. Oh, that's an interesting question. Praxis, enchantment would have been if the professor said, Check is a great website and I encourage you to use it. Entrapment. Not entrapment, assignment. Entrapment. Enchantment? Enchantment. Thank you, Artie Snack. I saw it. I'm on fire with checks tonight. Yes, enchantment. As Prax is magical, as we all know, that is true. Voltaire, not me taking pity on inanimate objects, maybe feelings. That would be like if someone told you, don't kill anyone or you'll be arrested. Then you go kill someone and get arrested and try to blame that person that told you how to kill anyone, right? Yes. All this damn found crap, it's way too expensive, right? So I had to think about feelings. Okay. He gives me a thumbs up. What's so cool? Yes. Me? He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bolts in the air. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. It's about RPGs. Uh, really? You think I'm cool? Really? He surveys his consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction. Oh. He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on. And I'm feeling good. Right, yeah. So why would I try to... I'm not going to try to ask him. I'm not going to ask him for money. This guy's just a working guy. Where are you from, Sileng? Yeah. And I'm feeling good. Hmm. Suzerain. By the way, y'all, this was originally an RPG campaign that people who made it did back in college. So they were all like punk anarchist friends in a collective who played this as an RPG campaign way back in the day, and I really would have loved to have been a fly on the wall and see what that campaign was like. Uh, you're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right? Okay, but what is your stance on drugs though? The apricot suzerainty is like a spin on the Banana Republic, but I feel like apricots are fancier than bananas, so it's nicer. Uh huh. Uh, look, we're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam. Yep. Okay. Right, but you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry. Yeah, maybe. Yep. Yep. He is a hater. He stops to think. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor? Hmm. Yes. But like which one specifically? Uh who are you afraid of, Sileng? Mm, uh we're buddies, Sileng. Help us out. No one will know it's you. I bet she's the one who got my gun. What I'm trying to say is, what if she's the one who has my gun? Uh, uh, who are these other drivers who talk? Mm, yeah. Mm, okay, well, uh, could she be associated with the Hardy Boys? Okay. Okay, but is the lady driver the old one back there? That one. Okay. 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 We have to clearly find her. Okay, we're cool now. So here's the thing. I don't want to ask him for money. Oh, but I get a +1 because of the ratting out of the lady driver. I don't want to ask him for money. It just feels like this guy probably needs the money. I don't feel comfortable asking him. I feel like that's so. Like, here's the thing: are you looking for Nancy Drew if the person is connected to the Hardy Boys? Yes, yes, indeed. So this character is a police officer, and everyone knows it. And I feel like if he asks people for money, there's a bit of an implied threat involved, and I just don't feel like that's. I just don't feel. I felt okay asking the rich lady for it, but I don't want to ask this guy for it because I feel like he's, he doesn't have money. He's just like a regular person. So I don't want to, I don't want to do anything untoward. Also, it's morning, right? I feel like we're good that way. Let's see. I need a better shirt. That's that tank top. Hold on. So this tank top will give me physical instrument. This is reaction speed, but bad for. So here's the thing. This is giving me +1 conceptualization, but -1 suggestion. And the hat. This makes me smart. So I sort of feel like. What is my conceptualization right now? My conceptualization is a 4, and my physical instrument is a 3. Meh. I'll think about it later, right? I think that I can maybe do some adjustments when I level up a little bit more, perhaps. So there's a lady driver who apparently is very scary, and I don't know who. Oh, I do know who she is. We did talk to her. She was like all dazed out and in her own world, but maybe she's actually, that was just a lie. She was just putting on a thing, right? You know what I mean? Like maybe that was all an act because she's super dangerous. And hi everybody. I am going to talk to. Can I talk to this guy? I don't think I can. Okay, we're gonna walk towards this person, and then we're gonna say something about. Ooh, I had both feelings. I had 2 different things to tell you all. I had more than one thing to tell you all. Okay, what if this is her? What if this is her? All right, I'm gonna look at chat. You're a cop shaking down people for money is pretty much your job. No, I don't want to do it. Hey, that gamer, sure. How are you? How are you doing? Lurky, lurk. How are you? I wanted to say hi to you. You just reminded me that I need to put down in my schedule when you stream so that when I get out of this wild, busy time that I'm in, i.e. classes start, then I can come and visit your stream. I've got to remember to put that down. That gamer share, I need to put that down. That gamer share schedule. Boom. Okay. I just put it down there because I wanted to not forget. What we need to do is find rich people to fleece. Yes. Or you could be looking for Lita since she used to walk out with the Hardy Boys. Yes. 25-minute warning. Thank you. If you've done more actual gameplay than ever in this game, I feel like I've done so much. Okay, so feelings. I want to talk about feelings about something. It's not really about feelings. It is, but it isn't. It's about weaseling. It's about feelings. I just think you get to give away a copy of this game from your Humble Bundle monthly this month if you're still getting them. Oh, I am. I just haven't picked it up yet. Oh, Volpez, I haven't downloaded my newest Humble Bundles, which I need to do, obviously, but I haven't done yet. But if this is in the newest Humble Bundle, that means I get to give it away next week. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. What I've got, I gotta give it to the battle buddies. What I've got, I gotta give it to the viewers. This is the August one. August. Okay. I think I have to wait until September before I can pick them up, maybe? I am going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do it at the very end. I'm going to do it the last thing I do. Giveaway and also song associations. I don't know if we had any song associations. People turn in some channel points for that. But if you haven't done, you can spend some channel points and give me a word, and then I'm going to try to think of a song that has that word in the lyrics, and then I'll sing it. But I only have 30 seconds to think of it. I'm going to say grandma. So why did you just hear? I don't know why you just heard that reference. Was there a Red Hot Chili Peppers reference? Maybe there was. There was. There was. Let's see. Snap my fingers in front of her face. Okay, well, I'm going to snap my fingers twice. Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you jolted her back to reality. That brought me right out of lurk. Yes. What I gotta give it to the viewers. Okay. I was actually hoping you could tell me that. She adds with contempt. Wait, what's so bad about the 50s? She scoffs. I like her voice. So when else would you be then? Hmm. Accusatory look. So who's Gabriel Buenguero? Buenguero. Guero. She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame. I take a look. Hmm. I bet he. Who do you think he is? Do you think he's sort of like the 50s, right? So maybe he's like a young Ricardo Montalban, or maybe like a Valentino, maybe, even though that's the 20s. It was going to be hard and go with AI, but I'll just go with entrapment. Oh. Valentino. She leans back, saving the world she's conjured. So, I take it you were in Mesk when you were young? She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear. Someone. Are these not your memories? Oh, this woman. Okay, Girashir's back. Out of lurk. I like that lady's voice. It reminds me of Shorta Agdash. Yes, it does. It reminds me exactly of her. And I love Shorta Agdashlu's voice. Her voice is amazing. It's so got so much character. Of course, she's so great in The Expanse, right? Uh, oh, so good. Let's see. Yeah, right. So I have some other questions for you. Police questions. Her voice also reminds me of. Hmm. Onigeek says, oh, I think I just found what you were talking about in the Humble Bundle. Louis Jourdan. Oh. She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. Okay, well, that's my weird Inland Empire, which is a really cool David Lynch film. So I think that I will ask her that. Show me the soles of your boots. Please help me out here. It's important. Interesting. I've learned something about you. She raises her boots slowly with contempt. Hmm. Uh, if Gabrielle does not say please, I feel like that's very Valentino the Chic. Now the other one, please. There's no aberrant aberration. There's no aberration in the pattern that I can see. She puts her foot down. Mm. Mm. Uh, okay. Wait. What do you mean it was the coronation of Franco Negro? Uh, this woman. I like her. I think I'm gonna have to arrest her though. Uh, what? But I knew that. Right. Okay. So, um, what are you hauling? Diamonds, really? She says, grinning. Yeah, she does sound like Schlu. That's okay, but what are you really hauling? So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry? Uh, what if the cargo is contraband? Okay. I still don't really understand this whole boyadero thing. Okay, what's that? I've been listening to Ian and Sylvia, one of my favorite folk groups. They're Canadian, and there's a song about this, about like on the plains. Uh, they've got a couple songs. Like they're Canadian country music, right? Well, folk, that mix, right? Um, and there's some really good songs about the plains and the Western Plains. Um, uh, I'm guessing that doesn't happen. Nope. I think I see where this is going. Um, okay, there are a bunch of different songs that I was thinking about in relationship to this story, but the one that now with the murder, that reminds me of the murder ballad. It's 10 minutes. Oh, you're right, Krellin. Down by the willow garden, My love and I did meet, and while we sat a courting, my young love fell asleep. I had a bottle of burgundy wine, my young love did not know. That there I poisoned that dear little girl down by the banks below. Anyway, he murdered, like, he murdered her, and then they stabbed her with a saber. Anyway, and then he's gonna get hung. The song is being sung right before he gets hung by the. Anyway, uh, that's not where I thought it was going. I knew it was gonna. Got like 20. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So, are you the lady driver? Or where the wild roses grow? Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. So, I was told a woman driver. She kind of reminds me a little bit of what's her name? Uh, you're the only woman here. What's her name? Hmm. Hmm. What is her name? She's this lesbian woman from Mexico, really important singer. Uh, she's like in her 90s if she's still alive anymore. Um, oh, Chavela Vargas is her name. Reminds me of her a little bit. A little dangerous. So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of? Hmm. I'm gonna wrap it up, Karan. Why are you scary to the people who used to know you? Hmm. Uh, so you said long haul. That's. Hmm. She hums along as if to a track on repeat. I like her. Hmm. That gamer share says, now self-imposed research project to discover whether the same part of the brain is activated when you kill someone versus when you compose a song about it. Ooh, that's an interesting question. Oh, that's an interesting question. And would it make a difference if the person who wrote the song about killing someone actually did kill someone or if they hadn't done? Right? So like if you write a song about killing somebody and you had killed someone, and therefore like is that a that's a question. So who is the female driver I was told of? Hmm. Okay, well, that's all I needed to know. Thanks. Hmm. The woman stares at me, her mind elsewhere now on other matters. Um, before I came, you seemed away. Interesting. Wait, why is that, Lieutenant? I suppose, but what if she is? Yes. Hmm. So, should you drive a lorry if you get like that? What routes? She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. Hmm. She opens her eyes again and shudders. Uh, cool. Right into your dust, sister. I don't think she knows about drugs, but I'm going to ask for fullness sake. You seem like a woman that knows a thing or two about drugs. Hmm. Fair. When we finish this conversation, we're going to wrap it up. Um, the adversary? She gestures to the intersection. She's so interesting. Um, well, that's not really what I was getting at. Uh, hmm. What is it that you're hauling exactly? Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B? Okay. Uh, you said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Uh, if you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Intent versus action practice. So, fun fact, the intent versus action question is a question that is frequently asked in criminal justice, and it's a very important issue. So it's the difference between like first degree murder and manslaughter, right? Um, I didn't ask about the diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. Okay, so if you're not involved with the drug traffic, then why are you still waiting here? Hmm. Yeah, I think so too. Fine. Thank you for now. Her voice trails off. So, I don't know what we do with that. You know what I mean? So the only person that she can see from where she's at, by the way, we're going to wrap up. I just figured we should probably set ourselves up for success for the next time that we run, i.e., figure out um, where we want to go next. And if I remember correctly, there was something we had to do. We had to uh, talk to the woman at the bookshop next time because she might let us get into the that guy might be the guy. We should probably talk to him, but we will talk to him. Ah, dang it. You know what? I think since he's here, I'm just going to put myself right up next to him because I think he's the skinny poet guy. So I think we're going to stand right there so that when we come back to the game, we know who it is we're supposed to be talking to. I'm pretty sure it's him. But then this means we get to go and like do our chat. Um, we're going to do a giveaway for a game. And we're also going to do our song. What do you call it? Our song association. And then we're going to go and we're going to do all the going stuff. But let me see what we got here. We've got, I need to tell you, if you say something in the next 5 minutes, then you'll be entered into the game. But what is it? It's going to be, let's see. Let's see what we have. Let's try. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, now, whoever wins, I'm going to give you the code, but I'd like you to test it out because if it doesn't work, then I'll give you a different one because some of them are weird. So I want to do American Fugitive, which is an indie action adventure game. And so just make sure you've said something in the next 5 minutes, and then I'm going to try it out, and then we'll do. Okay, so that was that. We're going to do our song association. I've got a song association to do. And let's see what we have here. I need my. Let's see, what is this? That's Shield, manage reward requests. Here we go. We have got, oh, hey, we've got 6 entries on our song association. I feel that an indie action adventure game is very unbrand for this channel. It's very on brand. Yeah, yes. So I need to pull up the timer. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to read the prompt, and then I'm going to give myself 30 seconds to come up with a song that has that word in the song. And we're going to see what happens. By the way, I do have to play like Pillars of Eternity or one of our good isometric turn-based RPGs because I've got them and I'm waiting for them. All right, so 30 seconds. I'm going to wait till it's 30, and then I'm going to look. My timer's running. I'm ready, and I'm waiting to look. Number 1 is Magic. Can you believe we are magic? Nothing can stand in our way. You have to believe we are magic. Don't let your aim ever stray. And if all your hopes survive, destiny will arrive. Magic by Olivia Newton-John from Xanadu. Boom. That was easy. Yes, Xanadu. All right. The next one we'll do at 50. Let's see. Wait. And number 2 is Finally. Finally, it's happened to me. Right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Finally, it's happened to me all at once, and I just cannot hide it. Finally. You've got it's that Finally by CeCe Peniston, 1990s Eurodance. Boom. Hey, we're doing really well today. Maybe I just needed the moment. All right, 20. And Courage. I got it. Eden Sylvia. I went to see my love, thinking to woo her. I sat down by her side, not to undo her. And when I looked on her, my tongue did quiver. I could not speak my mind while I was with her. This is the song Brave Wolf by Ian and Sylvia, and it's at the second part of the song. The drums did this is a Canadian battle. The drums did proudly beat, and wait, hold on. Where's the line? It's why his party proceeded to attack both brave and hardy. No, wait. It's not that one. It's the Texas Ranger. Also by Ian. So it's come all ye Texas Rangers, wherever ye may be. I'll tell you of some trouble that happened unto me. My name is nothing extra, so that I will not tell. And here's to all you Rangers, I'm sure I wish you well. 'Twas at the age of 17, it's in there, I joined the Jolly Band. We marched from San Antonio down to the Rio Grande. The captain, he informed us, perhaps he thought it right. Before we meet the station boys, I'll surely have to fight. And when the bugle sounded, the battle did commence. So against the Paladins. And in that, and when the sun, that's at the end part. It's a little bit before the battle. It's about like and and all my strength had left me, and all my courage too. This is when like they're going up to go and like this is like one of these sort of battles, right? And then the they that's the line. And all my strength had left me, and all my courage too. And but what is the line that leads up to it? So you get the context. It's but Captain informed us, perhaps he thought it right. Before we reach the station, boys, you'll surely have to fight. And then the bugle sounded. Our captain gave command. To arms, he shouted, and by your horses stand. And, the captain, he informed us, and by your horses stand. And something, and then the smoke descended, it seemed to reach the sky, and then the thought had struck me, my time had come to die. We fought the madhouse fully before the strike was o'er, the likes of dead and wounded I'd never seen before. And basically this is when like, oh no, that's that verse is right after, right before it's like the lances, right? It's yeah, that's right. And then basically and then their arrows round me flew, and all my strength had left me, and all my courage too. So that's anyway. That's the word, the courage. Is the song, the Texas Ranger by Ian Sylvia. It's a folk song. Okay, 20 is the next one. Give me 4 seconds. It'll be. The next song is Rain. Oh, I can't stand the rain beneath my window, bringing back sweet memories and the window pane. Do you remember? Oh, how it used to be. Aretha Franklin, I Can't Stand the Rain, from her big album, I Never Loved a Man. Okay, 3 seconds on the 50. Camelot. Oh, theme song from Camelot. Camelot, right, boom, easy. At 40, the last one was going to be hard and go AI, but I'll go with Entrapment. Oh gosh, Entrapment. 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 Ah! I just feel like something like some 80s song by Glenn Fry. Nope, I didn't get it. Oh no. Okay, look, I got 5 out of 6. This has been our best week for song association. I can't stand the rain. Oh, that was great, everybody. That was so good. Thank you, everybody who participated in giving me prompts for our song association. That was the best thing ever. And I did 5 out of 6. Oh, so good. 'Tis my job to stump trooper. If I can think of an entrapment, I'll think about it now. But now, however, we've got to do our giveaway. As I do my outro. Winner. Prax, I've got a giveaway for you. It says that you're not following, but I don't think that's true. I don't know why Nightbot thinks that nobody's following, but they're wrong. So that's just a thing. They are wrong. So, Prax, I'm going to send you this. It's American Fugitive, and you should let me know if it works. And if it doesn't, let me know, and I'll just get you a different one. Because some of these I'm like, did this go or did it not go? So that'll be for Steam. And that said, let's, congrats. Nightbot is lost in the fade. Dwarves are never in the fade. So, thank you for being here. This has been so lovely. You've really made my night. And right now, I am going to go, we're going to raid someone, and I'm going to go grab some food. I'm going to make a sandwich, probably. Peanut butter and jelly. I made my own bread. I made homemade bread. So I'm going to do that. But you can find me next at 10 p.m. Eastern. So in like a half hour, I will be watching Critical Role, and we'll have a thread in chat in my Discord where if you want to hang out and chat with us, please do. So that's the next time. And then today is Thursday. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on this channel, I will be doing Crash Jones Space Adventurer, right? Wearing my Tuskegee Airman t-shirt that uses a printing process that I don't like, so I'm going to make my own. And that's the Library of the Dead. We have just gone through a really bad battle. Things are wild, and we're gonna have to recover and see what happens on this planet of porn. And that's Friday. That's great times. Saturday at noon, I will be playing The Outer Worlds because I'm playing video games this week, and that's on my channel again. Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern over at Praxagora, the Smophoria's channel, will be the first episode of Arc 2 of Carousel Court, which is the urban fantasy gothic, southern gothic campaign that she's running. And it's 3 arcs total, 6 in each arc is 6 episodes. And we finished arc 1, which was from like 45 to 50 to 62. And the sweep of the whole campaign is going to be from like 45 to 2002, 92? 2002. So, and we all have houses that we're in charge of, and we play maybe different characters or similar characters throughout time. And there's a lot of supernatural, think like Dark Shadows or Tennessee Williams, all that stuff sort of mishmashed together. And so this Sunday will be a great time to jump in. And I've got to go check out the wig that I got to see if I can get that looking proper for the stream. And I'm sure you will want to see the wig. And then Monday is Montreal by Night. I won't be in it because we're doing the interlude episodes that are sort of like one-on-ones, maybe, or with the guests, like 2-on-1s, one-on-ones. And there should be Vampire on Monday. I won't be in it, but you should go and watch it anyway. And then we'll be back here next Thursday. I think that's all of it, right? So that was all of it. Thank you for being here. You can find me at Trooper SJP here and on YouTube. You can find me at Academic Fox. You can find me at Trooper SJP also on Blue Sky. You can find me at Academic Foxhole on Twitter. Also, Patreon is Academic Foxhole, and that goes to support not me, Trooper SJP, but the shows that I run here. So it helps to go pay for the cast, pay for art, that sort of a thing. So you can be a Patreon if you like. And it helps me bring things like Motor City Hollow Crown and the Gamblers and all that to you all. Pay the cast. And we have a merch store, which you can hang out and get the merch. You can get the last sort of sequences round of merch still. I'll be putting in a new sequence soon. And we have a Discord, which you should come and see. So that is all the things. I'm only 12 minutes over. Riss, I'm only 12 minutes over. So let's do a raid. And let's find out. I believe if Sirenscape is up, they are. We're going to go and raid Sirenscape to say hi to our good dear friend Rocket Fox, who is wonderful. And remember, this is our raid command. And we are going to go and raid them and give them love. Remember to give them love, and thank you all for being here, and thank you for just making my being like this wonderful spot of calm and joy in the middle of the week. And we got a lot of video gaming done. And I will see you tomorrow, everybody. Okay, bye, everybody. Say hi to the raids. Bye. Ciao. Goodbye. Bye. 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 I don't even know. Are we there? No, we're not. We need to go to